Yo, what's up? It's Maffu, and I was thinking about what video I can make today, and I don't really have anything. So, I'm actually gonna do a quick chaining guide, because that's what I'm doing right now. Now, this won't be the perfect chaining guide, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be very scuffed. I don't have any circle AoE commanders like YSG or Zugaleon. I'm using Martel Aethelfled, very scuffed. First and foremost, I'll show you the tree I use for chaining. Obviously, you put your gear on your chaining march when you chain with them, so they live longer. This is the talent tree. I don't know if it's the best talent tree. I made this personally. You got pseudo formation, additional supplies, balance, and loose formation, which all seem pretty good. Then you got the health, meter troop. Actually, I guess march speed would be good to go for chaining. I didn't want to get the cav damage, and then I just got more stats. That's what I got for chaining. If you want to copy it, it works pretty fine. Next thing to note is my Aethelfled. It's not amazing, right? Like if these were circle AoE, I could chain all three of these pretty simply. But since I'm Aethelfled chaining, I have to go find new barbs, because that's pretty difficult. I'm gonna walk down here and try to chain these three. Basically, there's two things that you want to focus on when chaining. The first and foremost is not walking too far from where the barbarian is, because if you ever tried chaining before, you know that barbarians are very finicky with their ranges and stuff. So if you walk too far, then they usually just start walking backwards, and it's really annoying. The second thing is your march position. You want to be positioned where you can hit your AoE ability and be able to walk to the next one and hit the AoE ability on the next one as well. And it doesn't matter as much if you have circle AoE, but if you're like me, chaining with Aethelfled, then you gotta be focused on that stuff. So I have two options. I can walk above it, or I can walk below it. I think walking below it would be more easier to chain into the next one. So walk below it, and you can use your hotkeys to stop your march so it doesn't swing around. My march is way faster than the barbarian. So I'm just selecting my troop, moving it, and then clicking the S key to stop my march. Oh, we successfully chained one barb. Now it's also important to note that you can't target this barb where it's going to cost AP. So you get this barb for free unless you start targeting it. So I think I want to go above this one. Like so. And I'll chain it like this. Hopefully this barb comes around the left side. Oh, I went to the right. Oh no, I went to the left. Okay, we're good. So I think I can chain 4 here because of that. Ooh, it's walking away. I'm going to call it off. I'm not going to go for it. Oh, even this one's walking away. It's okay. Messing up in chaining is okay, because at least you're trying. That's my philosophy. Oh, I retargeted it somehow. Hey, see? It all worked out. I'll just take this 3 and be happy with it. Now, it's important to know that chaining 2 barbs together is better than not chaining at all. So even if you can only do 2 at a time, or maybe even 3, you're still getting more honor, you're still getting more resources, more speed ups than someone that's not chaining at all. They might get them faster than you, but you'll get more in the long run. So when I'm chaining, I usually go for 2 or 3. If I get lucky and find a big cluster of barbs, I can do more. But see, I can do like a 3 here, maybe 4, 5, 6. But we'll see. Now, I will say that Charles is not the best chaining commanders in KVK 1 and 2. It will be Richard and YSG. Now, for Richard, all you need to do is get him 5-1-1-1. Don't level up any of his other abilities. That's just a waste of gems, waste of gold heads. Just get his first ability to 5. Get the healing factor, so you'll be healing a lot. And you won't take any damage with this much. 30% damage reduction, 1400 healing factor, it is going to be cooked. And it will have the same skill tree as my my Martel, but I don't know if my Martel has the correct skill tree. I'm gonna be honest. I think you can try chaining with any commander with defensive. So let's say you have a Purist, you could try it out. It's gonna have this defense tree and infantry tree. It's probably gonna be fine as long as you have gear on it and an AoE attacker behind it. Now the best chaining commanders in the early game are ones with AoE. So in the very early game, I used Sun Tzu, and then I upgraded to Aethelflaed when I unlocked her. And then I think from Aethelflaed, the biggest jump you can do is get to YSG. Now if you didn't know, when you expertise YSG, his ability changes. So normally it's like a cone shape. When you expertise him, it becomes a circle around him. And that's really easy for targeting barbarians. Oh, those barbs are dead. Okay, I'm gonna leave those guys alone. It's okay if someone else, there's gonna be a lot of people barbing. Don't get entitled. Like if you find a big cluster and they die, don't get entitled. There's gonna be more barbs. Don't stress yourself out over it. Also, sometimes it's really hard to find barbs, as I'm having a lot of issues right now. I don't really have a good strategy for locating them. I will just start going for twos if you can't find a big cluster. And believe it or not, I actually wasn't chaining until KVK 2. As you know, this is my second time playing KVK 2. I didn't start chaining until that KVK, and the reason I did because I saw a live stream of a YouTuber called War Daddy Chatsky. I'm sure you've heard of him. He's pretty massive, and even with 200 mil power, he was advocating for people to chain barbs. Even in the home kingdom, even in Lost Kingdom, he's like chain, chain, chain. I was like, if he's doing it, I should be doing it, because he's a big whale, big kraken. So here I am, ever since then. Now I don't know if there's a defensive peacekeeping commander, because that would be amazing. Because if you didn't know, in the peacekeeping tree, you can spend less AP, and you can get bonus resources when you target a barb. Now this is not very good for chaining the trophy hunter, because it only happens when you spend AP, but still a couple extra resources here and there I think would be good. I'm not sure. So let me know if there's a peacekeeping defensive barb, or commander, sorry. I just woke up. It's in the morning. Because that would be a cool pickup in Season of Conquest for me. Oh, there's someone chanting here as well. Yeah, the problem with okay, so this is my biggest pet peeve of KVK2. This zone 4 is tiny, man. It's not enough room for everyone. Like I'm walking up to chain somewhere, someone's walking there. I'm going for gem nodes, people are going for the same gem nodes. It's I'm just gonna walk home and see if there's barbs over here. But it's so small. Here's a little bit of a map update if you're curious. Everything's looking pretty standard. There's only 3 alliance forts here. I think there's only 2 here. I think those are the only 2 weird things. Normally people drop like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think 6 is pretty normal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6 around there. There's 4 here. 5 here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. The biggest problem with KVK2, look how tiny this first zone is. It's impossible to find barbs that aren't getting hit. It's impossible to find gem nodes that aren't getting walked to. Like, it is rough out here. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, actually, there's a lot of barbs here. Let's just walk over here. It's pretty close. Yeah, so there's chain marches everywhere. It is cramped in here. But that's okay, because Zone 5 opens up a lot. Zone 5 is a really big zone. Plenty of room to expand. Looks like we're going for this pass, which I'm happy about. There's no way we can get to the top one. We could connect to this one as well, but we're probably not going to. That seems like a waste. I'm guessing it's just going to be us going to this pass, and then to this pass, and this pass. We connect like very barely this pass, and then there's going to be 2 alliances going down here. My predictions for the zone. So as you know, we're surrounded by enemies for a while. This is enemy kingdom, this is 28. This is enemy kingdom, this is 40. So are we gonna get 2v1'd in our zone? I hope so. They won't be able to lock us no matter what. I hope they try though. And then in our zone 6s, it's kind of interesting because I don't really know what's going to happen because we have our 2 allies on the other side of the map. So they could put up some fight over in these zone 6s. There's no way they get to this zone 6 to help us because this is 35, the big Imperium Kingdom. That's going to be their entire zone. I think 39 and 30 will fight for this zone 6. Probably share some of these Hurons, the Hurons, right, or Sanctuaries. Hurons. They'll probably share these Hurons, win this zone completely, and then they have free reign of these 2 zones to fight for. They probably get these circles for free. I'm guessing, this is my guess, I'm not completely sure. This is Kingdom, sorry, if you don't have the number in your name, I don't really know. 28, 31, 35, 40, what is missing? This is Kingdom 29? Anyways. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know if they're going to fight our zone 6s, because we're up here. They could try to gang up on us and send all their players up here into these 2 zone 6s and abandon these 2 for a little bit. Or they could abandon our 2 and work on these 2. They kind of have all the free reign. They have access to every single zone 6 if they want. The enemies do. Our allies can't help us in these 2. So it'd be kind of curious. I'm kind of curious at how they're going to play in this. They have a lot of options they can do. So I guess we'll find out when the time comes. If I had to predict, I would have no clue. Anyways, that is a quick chaining guide for barbarians. If you're new to the game, I hope that helped you. If you're experienced, let me know what I did wrong. I still have a lot to learn in this game. That's also a quick map update for our KVK. I'll be doing those periodically throughout the KVK because I mean there's not much I can make content on right now unless it's some of the unique ideas I'm thinking about. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed and peace!